Welcome back to my Thursday video series where I share examples for you to use at work to make your messaging sticky. I got a book recommendation from a friend who knows that I love a story-laden book. He recommended Unreasonable Hospitality, the remarkable power of giving people more than they expected by Will Guidara. Will was 26 when he took the helm of 11 Madison Park, a struggling two-star brasserie that had never quite lived up to its majestic room. 11 years later, before he sold the business in 2020, 11 Madison Park was named the best restaurant in the world. 11 Madison Park is a fancy restaurant, real fancy. We are talking like servers wearing suits and ties like crisp, ironed white tablecloths. More than 30 cooks in the kitchen serving like 10 to 15 course tasting menus. That fancy. Will wrote in the book about creating legendary moments in an environment like that. How do you take ordinary transactions and turn them into extraordinary experiences? So, what does creating a legendary moment look like? In early 2010, on a busier than normal lunch service, Will was in the dining room helping out the servers when he found himself clearing appetizers from a table of 4 foodies on vacation in New York. And they were going to go to the airport to head back home after their meal. He overheard them talking. What an amazing trip. We've been to all the best restaurants. And they listed a bunch. Per se, Le Bernardin, Daniel, Momofuku, and now 11 Madison Park. Then another person in the group jumped in. Yeah, but the only thing that we didn't get to try was a New York City hot dog. As calmly as he possibly could, Will walked gracefully back to the kitchen, dropped off the plates, and literally ran out of the front door, down the block to the hot dog cart. He bought a hot dog and ran back just as fast to the kitchen. That was the easy part. Convincing the chef to serve that in their fancy dining restaurant, that was the hard part. The chef looked at Will as if he had lost his mind. Serving what New Yorkers called a dirty water dog in a fancy 4-star restaurant? No way. But Will asked the chef to trust him and told him that it was important to him. And eventually, the chef agreed to cut the hot dog up into 4 perfect pieces, adding a little swish of ketchup and a swish of mustard onto each plate, and finishing them with a quenelle of sauerkraut and a quenelle of relish. Will delivered the hot dog to the 4 customers, saying that he had overheard their conversation and did not want them to leave New York with any culinary regrets. Their reaction was amazing. They told Will it's the highlight of their New York trip. Will reflects in his book that they would tell this story for the rest of their lives. This hot dog incident gave the team a whole new true north. Will and the 11 Madison Park team calls these moments legends. They even went on to systemize the process. Will started talking about it constantly at staff meetings, telling the team what led to the gesture and encouraging them to go out into the dining room to find opportunities of their own. This gave the employees creative autonomy to deliver these legends. The management team also found ways to create these legends for their employees. And in his book, Will sums this up perfectly when he states, why do people put so much time and effort into a marriage proposal? Because they know it's a story they'll tell for the rest of their lives. Now, where at work can you share this example? The obvious place would be to highlight the importance of extraordinary customer service or to showcase what extraordinary looks like, especially if you're in the service delivery space. Where else would you share this example? Do let me know in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you. If you like this, there are 100 plus such videos on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to get an update every time a new video is uploaded. And I'll see you next week.